I am so excited to be back with you today. This is Amanda from Amanda's Favorites, and I do want to do some other videos besides planners. I have some good ideas of baking things I'm interested in and just favorite things, like maybe a favorite things a month video. But today we are doing another planner, but it's quite different from a normal planner. We are doing the Believe Training Journal. This is something I used when I trained to run a half marathon. Last year, I ran a half marathon in April of 2016 with my younger sister, who is 6 years younger than me. But it's kind of always been in my head as a bucket list item. And when we were not running at the time, neither one of us. But she suggested we do it then. And so I was like, when else am I going to have a chance to do this with my sister? So I thought, if I'm going to do it at all, I would love for it to be with her. So I jumped in full force. And we both bought this journal, and it really helped us keep track of training. This is still on Amazon right now. I don't know where else you can find it, but it's on Amazon. This black one I have is $14.49 today, which is March 25th, 2017 on Amazon. And they have a purple one, which I also like the look of, which is only $10.90. When I bought this, if there was that almost $5 difference between black and purple, I would have bought the purple because I don't really care that much what the front looks like. I didn't know how much I would use this, but I knew I needed somewhere to keep track of all my runs and training, and I didn't know how wonderful this would be. I knew I could have just used a spiral notebook, but I'm really glad that I actually spent the $15 and got this, because it was really helpful. It's the first race that I've ever run, and it was the first time that I have ran since I started having kids. And my oldest son is going to turn 14 soon. So I have had no consistent running program in probably 15 years. And I'm about to turn 40. So that just tells you something, that anyone can, if you're healthy, you can step up and do it. And it's something I'm so glad I did. They give you a table of contents, and then they have you meet some pros. They tell you about them. And they are the ones who I believe designed this journal. And so they kind of tell you about the journal. And especially if you're new to running, it's helpful. And then they jump right in and they actually show you an entry by one of those pros, and to kind of give you an idea of how to do it. So this is like her entry written in here. Okay. And then they give you the other pros entry. So they give you 2 examples, which is very helpful. And then they kind of tell you your how-to manual, your workbook. So they give you more info. I honestly didn't read everything in this book, but I read some of it. And so it's helpful that it's there in case you want it. Even if you're not using this for running, this can just be a fitness planner or an exercise journal. I think it would work very well for that too. Now, I know lots of companies. Plum Paper has a fitness planner. InkWELL Press has a fitness planner. But this is a lot cheaper, and I think lasts you more days possibly than those. And it's not spiral bound, so it's different. It's easier to throw in a bag, I think. And I know that Plum Paper also, you can just get fitness inserts if you don't want just a separate fitness planner. Do's and don'ts for beginners. This is a really helpful list. If you were just started back running, this list helped me. It was really helpful. I like the motivation in here because training for a half out of the blue with absolutely not even being in an exercise program at the time, I needed motivation for sure on many days. I didn't even have a gym membership at the time, so all of our training runs were done outside. We did our long runs together, but at the time she lived 20 minutes away from me, and so we couldn't do our short runs together because she has 3 boys who she homeschools. She's now traveling the country, and they have a pretty popular YouTube channel called Streamin Freedom, and they also have an Insta account on there. And they are traveling the country in an RV. They don't have a permanent home right now. Anyway, that's my sister. So I will put a link to their YouTube channel below to this video. They just give you a calendar for if you want to fill in a month. So they give you 6 months worth and every day of the month. Maybe if you want to check off or do advanced planning that way, I think that would work well. Oh, and they give you another 6 months. So they give you a full year. I didn't use that. Just a page for notes, and then they give you more motivational pages, which are helpful. Defining your goals. They talk about defining your goals and how to do that. Supercharge your chance of success. Okay, these are actually really good pointers. I did read those. These are just my notes on some shoes. So that's just a notes place. And then each of the pros who wrote this journal tells you a little bit more. Goal, reason, steps, giving you an example of how you make a goal. You put your reasons for the goal and then your steps to accomplish it. I did not fill that out, but they give you a couple pages of that. This is where the actual journal starts, and this is me filling it out. What I kind of like is me filling it out almost looks like them filling it out, because just the format and the fonts and the way this is designed, oh no, it just makes even messy writing look okay. Like there's a plan to it. I love how it has like a place for the date, a place for your miles, and I usually would put my pace below that. And then I would just put details of the day. If it was really windy, if it was too sunny and hot, how my training went, what shoes I wore, any notes that I needed to have, and then a rundown of the week. And I like how they had your week total mileage. But like I said, I think you could use this as any fitness journal, and you could, you don't have to put the mileage. You can just, keep track of what you did. I like how there was a this week's focus. Like I had 2 weeks where we started running before our first official week of training. Actually, we were working up trying to run 3 miles at a time, 3 to 4 times a week before I started this journal. This journal I started in January of 2016, and we started, we signed up for the race in November. So in November and December, we were definitely trying to run 3 to 4 miles, like at least 4 days a week to try to work up to the beginning training. There are so many half training plans online you can look up. We got one from one of our favorite running bloggers online, so that's how we got our training plan. And so anyway, I love this journal. It helped keep me organized. It helped keep me motivated. It really did. And it helped me know what I did that week and where I was going. There are check-in points or for places for just notes, and more motivations kind of stuck in the middle. These are stuck in the middle of your weeks. Personality and performance. There's a personality quiz to see if you're more a worrier or a warrior. I didn't do any of that stuff, but it's nice extras for the price of this journal, what you get. Make a plan for personal growth, strengths, blind spots, what needs to change. And then, so those motivational pages are thrown in, and then your weeks just go on. I like how it's not dated, so you can just, use it whenever you want to. If you work out one week and you don't work out at all the next week, you don't have to waste pages. So I do like that. And I do like that when the half was over, I'll kind of flip through all my pages and show you there's another check-in point page and motivation page. And then they give you putting in the work. They talk about components of a successful training plan. They talk about different running workouts. We did not use any of those because we were going with a simple half training plan for a beginning runner. Some ab exercises, and then they go back. And then I would write like 3 weeks till the half, and I would have all my training written out. 2 weeks till the half, and then half week in the half. It was one of the best experiences of my life to run this half with my sister, and it got me back into running, and now I still run a couple times a week for exercise usually, but usually not more than 4 miles, usually like 3 miles. And I enjoy that. I enjoy not training for anything. I enjoy taking that stress out of my life, but it was something I'm definitely glad I did. I don't see myself doing any other ones in the future, but I would never say never. So I absolutely love this journal where I wrote our total times in. Me and my sister stayed together till about mile 8, I think, and then I could see her ahead of me until about mile 10. I told her at any point to go off ahead of me because she was faster than me, and I didn't want to hold her back. But for the first 8 miles, we stayed together, and we didn't put in our music until about mile 7, so we just talked and stuff. But we had a great time. And then I haven't done anything else in this journal after that. But what I love is that this is a record of my half. And I also love how I have the rest of the journal blank if I ever want to record my training again, or just use it for exercise days, or if I'm going to train for another race. I have this and I can pick up right where I was. There's a lot left in here. And then at the end, something they have, so they have all these pages in here. They kind of color flow, and they have more goal pages, more hints, all thrown throughout, okay? And then at the end, they have your race day plans. So for every race you might run, whether it be a 5K or longer, they have your race day plans. They have, and then they have a lot of those. Then they have race reviews, which I like. So I just have only done one race in here. So for every race you've done, you can write down, you know, your paces per mile. You can write down your review of it and what you learned, how I was brilliant, what I would change type of thing is what they ask you after every race. And then they give you a race calendar. They kind of put some popular races in here, and they tell about the courses of those popular races. And they have some more motivation, and then they have a pace chart, which kind of just tells you if you want to finish in this amount of time, that this is how fast you're going to have to go per mile type of thing. So, which you can also find that type of stuff online. And then they just give you some blogs and apps that they like and books that they recommend to read. So this is written by 2 running pros. And I didn't like that it came with that big sticker on the back that I tried to start peeling off, but I could see it was going to leave stickiness. I just have no idea why they want to do that, because it has a really cool indentation here and a really cool flows with the front. But, you know, you can't let it see the back because you have to have that big ugly sticker. Overall, I would completely recommend this Believe Training Journal. It's by the pro runners Laura Fleshman, and I do not know how to say that woman's name. I'm sorry. But there they are in the front. Those 2 women wrote the journal. And it's great. There's so many fitness planners out there, or you can just use a spiral notebook or a composition notebook, you know, which is the spiral cheap notebook, but without the spiral, which I like those for things like this too. But I'm glad for my half that I got this. And like I said, the purple one on Amazon today is only $10.90, which I think is like a bargain price and so worth it. So thanks for watching. Please like the videos that you're interested in so I know what you want to see more of, and subscribe to my channel if you would be so kind, and so you don't miss any videos. I have lots of plans in the future for upcoming videos, and I also am told that I have 3 planners coming my way from some really popular planner companies that I've been wanting to try, that are giving me samples to review. So I am so excited. I have some really exciting videos coming up, and I hope that each video will get a little bit better since I'm just starting out and learning. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.